Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Second Cup of Coffee. Pastor Tom with you. So excited to be back. Thank you to Paul Santos for leading last month and for all he led us through, and his wife, Amaris, at the end with the conversation. Watched every one of them, got a lot out of it. I hope that you did too. I hope you have tools in your hands to overcome rejection and offense. Rejection, the number one killer of relationship. So if you haven't accessed those, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, RCC Second Cup, and you can access all of them. Walk through those 4 weeks. Take some time. Listen to what Paul was talking about. It'll lead you to great places of freedom. Well, this week, we were right on the doorstep of Easter. And when I was putting this together, I really heard one word, and it was forgiveness. We're going to, in the next couple weeks, following weeks, we're going to talk about forgiveness and how we see that on the cross with some of the things that Jesus said. This week, starting out today, we're going to talk about a lifestyle of forgiveness that he was living prior to the cross, and encouraging us by his life to pick that up, this lifestyle of forgiveness. You see it in John 13, verses 1 through 5. They're at the Passover dinner. The supper was ended, verse 2. The devil, having already put it into the heart of Judas Iscariot, who would betray Jesus, to betray him. He had already in his heart. Satan's already planted the seed in Judas's heart. They're sitting at the table. Dinner is over. And Jesus, knowing that the Father had given all things into his hands, and that he had come from God and was going to God, rose from the supper and laid aside his garments, took a towel, girded himself. After that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet and wipe them with the towel with which he was girded. That's verse 5. You may have things that have gone on in your life that you think there is no way I can forgive that. There is no way I can come back in a place emotionally or spiritually to let that go. And I have to tell you that verse 5 is your grace. Jesus took off what would identify himself as their leader, girded himself with the towel, washed their feet, and wiped their feet with the towel that he was girded with. It says with the armor of God, we gird ourselves with truth. Right? So Jesus is wiping their feet with what he's girded with. And do you know that even though Satan had entered Judas's heart to betray him, he was still at the table and Jesus still washed his feet? That's so important for you to hear today, because these next 4 or 5 weeks that we have in this month, we're going to walk through forgiveness. And then the following month, we're going to have conversations with people in even this month. But the following month, we'll have more conversations with people who have walked through forgiveness from things that you would look particularly and go, I don't think I could ever forgive that. And not only have they forgiven it, God's walked them to a place of restoration. But it starts with grabbing hold of walking in a lifestyle of forgiveness. And that's what Jesus is modeling. How do I know that Judas was there? Verse 18, Jesus starts to talk to them and says that one of you is going to betray me. And they're all kind of wondering, who's going to betray you? Who's going to betray you? And John puts his head on Jesus' chest and he said, it's the one that I give the bread to. And he gives the bread to Judas and he goes out. So he was there for the feet washing, but it never pierced his heart. The person's response to you that you have to forgive may never be the response that you want, but that doesn't mean you can't walk in a redemptive way and be restored from the things that have happened or have happened to you as you choose to walk in a lifestyle of forgiveness. Take Jesus' model, walk it out, read through those scriptures, especially coming into Easter. We'll talk more about the cross in the weeks to come to give you more tools in your hand. But don't let this season go by with unforgiveness still in your heart. We love you. God bless you. Thank you for being with us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can catch all of these if you happen to miss one. We also post social media, Facebook and Instagram. You can catch us there as well. God bless you. We'll talk to you soon.